Hello everyone, I hope you guys are doing well today. In this video you will learn how to make your buttons glow using just CSS and HTML. It's really cool, so I recommend you watch the video until the end. Now let's get started. I have two buttons which are dying for us to hover over them, so let me hover over them real quick. So when you hover over the red button that says hover over me, it'll have a red glow, and same with the blue. When you hover over it, it'll have this nice bright blue glow to it. So let me teach you how to build that. First things first, I'm going to delete all of this source code so we can start from scratch, and so I can explain to you what each line of code means line by line. And if you guys remember, to pull up our boilerplate code, we type enter and then type an exclamation point and then hit enter, which brings up all of this boilerplate code, which is essential for our HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. But in this case we don't need to use any JavaScript, just HTML and CSS. And as you notice, when I refreshed, everything went away. So in our body tag, I'm going to create a container. Well, first I'm going to create a div and give it a container ID. And inside that container, I'll create two more divs, so div times 2. And the first one will have a class of button and then cyan button, because that's going to be the color of the button. And same thing for the second one, except I'll name it red button. And I'll just type the text hover over me with a few exclamation points to show their enthusiasm. You know, buttons like to be hovered over. And then I'll create my style tags. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to style everything, every text element in our HTML by using this universal sign. It's just the asterisk. So I'm going to do font family cursive. Now you'll notice their font looks a little different than usual. Their default font, I'm pretty sure, is Arial. Let me test it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Arial. Let's move it back to cursive. So there we go, cursive. And then for our body, I'm going to give it a dark background color. So I'll type background and then hashtag 333. And now if we refresh, our background is this grayish black charcoal color. And then next I'll do cyan button, and then I'm going to give that button a width of 120 pixels, a background color of hashtag 03E9F4. Let me see if I did that correctly. It should be 0E3E. Just one small mistake changed the color of our button completely. Like, it was a dark blue. Then height 45 pixels, transition 0.7 seconds, so it'll be a smooth animation, smooth transition, I guess you could call it. And then I'm gonna add a hover effect, hover property for the cyan button. So we can do that by typing dot cyan button colon hover. There's other properties like focus, and there's, let me see what they have. So there's focus and link, but for now we're just going to use hover. So when we hover over it, we want it to do something, and what we want it to do is give it a box shadow of 0, 0, 5 pixels, hashtag 03E, basically this color. So I'm just going to copy it so it's much easier. Copy it and paste it, and we have to do this, so we have to do it 3 more times. There we go. And we also have to adjust this a little bit, so this will be 25 pixels, this will be 50, and this will be 200. You can do a little experiment with the values and change it and see the difference when you make it bigger or smaller, but I'm just going to use those values. And now when you hover over it, it does that glow effect. And yeah, that's basically what I'm going to do for my red button as well. So red button, well actually I'm going to style my button class first. So button dot button, and then width 120 pixels, height 45 pixels. You don't even have to add this. It's kind of unnecessary since it's going to apply this automatically. It's defaulted already. Height 45 pixels, and then underneath that I'll do display flex, justify content center, make sure the text in the buttons are centered, and then align items center as well. I'll make a display flex tutorial later on in the future for you guys to learn if you don't know what that already means. And then red button, background color RGB 41, 27, 12, and position relative top 50 pixels. Transition, it's going to be the same as the other button, so 0.7 seconds. And now we have to add a hover effect for our red button, so we can do red button, colon hover just like the sign button, and then box shadow 0, 0, 5 pixels, and we're just going to copy its background color. So copy it, paste it in here, and copy all of this, and copy it down 3 more times, and get rid of the last comma. Change this to 25, this will be 50, and this will be 200. And then for our container, we'll do container display flex justify content, and then, oh, I forgot the Y in justify content center, and we're done. That's all there is for this project. And yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's probably one of my favorite CSS effects of all, because of how it looks and how pretty it looks, I guess. Look at it. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? It's so satisfying to watch. Anyways, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed building this with me. I hope you weren't too overwhelmed with this and thought it was pretty easy. If you enjoyed the video, please drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share the video. We're so close to 30 subscribers. Let's try to hit that by the end of this week. And I hope you guys have a nice day, and I'll see you guys in my next video.